Beautiful day, unlimited sparkle. You're watching Live Unbound with Liv Kissper, and today I'm going to guide you on a very deep and powerful meditation where you can get an instant relief from your anger. And sometimes anger really shows up in our lives as irritation or frustration or some annoyance. So if you have any of these in your life, then please take a moment to really dive deep inside. And as you may know from my channel, I also always challenge these popular concepts in psychology and spirituality. So today I'm gonna channel as well as challenge these meditation, basically a concept of meditation, because there is so many meditations out there for anger, for anything else that you can imagine. However, most of them really don't go deep into the root of the problem. So they only give you a relief that's only short term, but then the situation happens again and you feel angry again. And today I really want to invite you to go deeper, and we're gonna explore together these beliefs and roots and blocks that are stopping you from just feeling peaceful, really relaxed and calming. Maybe you've heard about so many different kinds of techniques to relieve anger. For example, just, calming down and watching your breath and breathing. And to me, all of these techniques are part of anger management. They manage your anger, but then you can just manage your anger forever, because it will never get truly attended, that root inside of it that will provide you with this true instant relief. I even have heard a technique that said, if you feel angry, you need to just count to 10 and imagine T-Rex masturbating. And if you know, T-Rex is like this dinosaur with these short arms, you get that idea. So that only helped, or that was only funny for the first time, and then the anger was back again. And I used to be very angry or feel very irritated and frustrated and stuck. So I was going really deep into this. And just to get a little bit of background, to me, I have a background in transpersonal psychology, and I have guided many, many men and women to help them to just extract that truth that's deep buried inside of them, to really experience this instant relief from all these negative emotions. So saying that, I want to invite you to really get comfortable this moment. I'm going to be gentle and calming to bring you into a space where you feel safe and where you can really start paying attention closely to your anger. And we are going to be speaking about the hidden. So I want you to start relaxing your body and relax your jaw. So you're sitting comfortably, and relax your nipples. I told you that I'll be speaking about the hidden. Relax your nipples and feel what's in between your nipples. And for those people who have different shapes of breasts, it's your heart center. It's your heart center, so just focus your attention there. And every time when you start feeling some emotion coming up, you can always come back to this space that will be always grounding you, the present moment. No matter what is happening in the rest of your body, you can always come back there. And relax your belly and your arms. Just check for any tension. I want you to feel comfortable. And all the way down, this wave of relaxation, all the way down to your feet. Nice and warm feeling. Maybe some tingling sensations in your palms. And we're going to explore what is really happening to you. I hope that you have some situation in your life that makes you angry and you truly wish that you didn't feel that way. And one of the hardest part in this, when working with people who feel angry, is that there is actually some benefits you are getting by being angry. And you have to explore this for yourself. It can be so many different things. Some people believe they have to hold on to anger because if they don't, they wouldn't be able to protect themselves or to protect their family or protect that they believe in. And today, just an invitation that perhaps you don't need this anger, and you can experiment with what would it feel like if you didn't have that. You know, is it true that you wouldn't be able to protect yourself if you didn't have anger? Because to me, when I feel angry, I can't think clearly. I'm clouded. I can't see people clearly. And when I feel clear and peaceful and relaxed, I'm actually feeling way safer. Actually, that's the only time when I can feel safe, and I can help other people to feel safe as well. So sometimes this is the hardest obstacle, to really help people to investigate what is the benefit they are having, and just invite you to let go of it. Just let go today, and perhaps there is something for you hidden that you're not seeing, just like those nipples. There is perhaps something hidden for you that when you look at the anger closely and you release it, you might have some expansive results in your life. So I hope that now you feel very relaxed and released, and I want you to really think about that one situation that you have in your life, maybe from a long time ago or recently, that you felt angry, that you felt this irritation, this annoyance with someone, frustration, any kind of anger. And just feel it in your body for a moment. Let's just allow that feeling to surface. And perhaps you're noticing that it also comes with some images of what happened, and maybe with some images of what will happen if this situation doesn't change. So just notice these sensations that you have in your body, and notice if any images and thoughts come to you. And as you're feeling relaxed and present and listening, I want you to invite you to consider that generally there is 3 beliefs that we have deeply ingrained inside of us, and those beliefs actually keep us angry. It's not that situation, and the beliefs are that what happened was bad for us, the outcome of what happened was also bad for us, and third, that the person who made us angry is responsible for how we feel. And today, in your meditation, we're going to explore all 3 of them to show you that you can get really instant relief from this anger and even experience peaceful mind, even love and connection. But let's just stay with what's happening right now. And that is that you are staying with that feeling of anger, because normally we try to do anything to run away from it. It's uncomfortable, it can be even painful. And I want you to be like a scientist today, a scientist that really looks inside of that sensation. Maybe it's in your belly, maybe it's in your like solar plexus or in your chest. Some people feel it in their heads. Wherever it is, just allow that feeling just for a few more moments to be there. To be there. Like a scientist, get really curious, like what does it really feel like, and allow it while you really have your body soft. You can scan for any tension, just release. So the first belief that we often have, that the situation that happened, something happened in our life, or someone said something or did, we believe that it's bad for us. You know, it was a bad thing that it happened. It shouldn't have happened. It was a bad thing. The person said something that they shouldn't have said. Something happened that should have never happened. And as you are feeling these sensations in your life, just want to invite you to look at it from a little bit different perspective. Like, who are you to know what is good and what is bad? I want to invite you to open up your mind and really think that perhaps, just for this moment, perhaps what happened, you have no idea if it was bad or good. Just an invitation. And this invitation can come from, you know, the center of your being. Because often our minds are so busy finding all this evidence how bad this is. They should have never done this. It's just too much. You know, people shouldn't shout. People shouldn't be doing this and that. This shouldn't be happening. And so, as you are in this meditative state, soft inside, just consider that perhaps you have no idea if it's bad or good. You don't know. Just an invitation. Very good. And again, if it gets hard sometimes, you can always come back to your heart center and we can move to the second belief. And the second belief is that what happened, whatever happened, the outcome of it, you know, the result of that circumstance is also bad. It's just a bad thing that happened, and it's gonna have bad consequences. And you can notice that your mind is already imagining all these scenarios that will happen based on this one happening, and it's gonna be all bad. And just stay with that and keep feeling that anger or irritation. Keep feeling what's happening inside and try to be present to those images that you're running in your mind, because mostly they are pretty unconscious. Mostly we try to run away, and today, as you feel safe and supported, just allow them, be visible. What do you imagine? Often I imagine that I'm simply stuck in the future. There's no way out, and I'm suffering, something bad is happening. Just get present to that. Just notice. That's all you have to do right now. And then come back to this moment, which is you sitting here or lying down and feeling your body, knowing that you're in your room, your actual room. You're hearing my voice. You're so present to all these images that you've just witnessed. And again, I want to invite you to consider that perhaps you don't know if the outcome is gonna be good or bad. And just stay with that. Really, it's like a scientist investigate. What if you had no idea? Maybe you have no idea if what happened gonna lead to some good or bad consequence. Maybe long term. Maybe it will actually help you to come up with some new opportunities in your life. Right now, you just have no idea. Maybe what happened will lead to you being much stronger and supportive in the long term, better equipped. Maybe there is something for you that you don't know this moment at all. So just stay with that. I actually don't know if the outcome of this situation is good or bad. I have no idea. Because again, who are you? Are you some sort of semi-god who knows everything? Who knows everything? Just dropped into that humble space inside of you that you really don't know. And just also notice the mind really wants to know. The mind is looking for punishment. The mind is looking for justice. But we have no idea what actually happened and if it's good or bad for you or anyone else in the long term. You have no idea. Breathe. You're doing so well. We're almost done. So there is one more belief that I want to explore with you today. A very powerful one. If you get this one, then you can really experience that relief. And that belief is often deeply ingrained inside of us, that the person or that circumstance that happened to us is actually responsible for our suffering, is responsible for our anger. Now we are angry and it hurts us and we have someone to blame. So I want you to find that place inside of you, that anger, if you still feel some, and keep feeling that and allowing that and softening just your soft, loving presence. And I want to remind you something, and that is that something that people always miss, because they look at what's right in front of them, and appearances can be so deceptive. So just consider that beyond your anger is not the person, is not that circumstance that happened, but it's your own thinking. Whether you feel an emotion has nothing to do with reality, what actually happens, and it's caused by your thinking, what you make it mean about the situation. And to really understand this, I'll give you a quick example, and you can just keep breathing softly and staying with this meditative state while considering this example. So for example, imagine that someone is cheating on you, and that when you don't know they cheat, it doesn't produce any emotion. See this, the reality, what actually happens, doesn't produce that emotion. But when you find out and you make it mean that it's a bad thing, then it's producing anger or any kind of negative emotion. And how do I know? Imagine that you find out someone is cheating on you and you make it mean that it's actually a good thing. Imagine you are in a relationship where you can't stand the person any longer and you're looking for a way out, but you don't have any reasons to break up or to get divorced. And you know that if you divorce, you will be free of this person, but you will also maybe get this big mansion that's got 17 rooms in it, a huge house, and you will be rich forever, as a part of that divorce. So if you believe that this cheating is good for you, you will not feel these negative emotions. You will not feel anger. You will actually feel excited. And even though this is a hypothetical situation, I want you to really consider this, that we are meaning-making machines. We make everything mean something for us. And when we believe it's bad for us, we suffer. Because in reality, nothing that's happening is good or bad. Nothing is good or bad. You don't know if this will lead to more suffering or it will lead to more opportunities. Even though you're a big part of actually directing it those ways, depending what you're thinking and believing about it today. And that's why we're doing this meditation. And so hopefully you found that space inside of you that can really feel that you have no idea that what happened was bad. You simply don't know, and feel it. Give it space. You don't know if this outcome is going to be good or bad for you. You simply have no idea. That is the truth. And once you're connected to the truth deeply, any negative emotion just disappears. Because emotion is just a distortion. And the last one is the hardest for people to grasp. It's that the person is not, or the circumstance is simply not responsible for how you feel. And your emotion is not caused by what happened to the person. And I'm super honored that you stayed all the way up till now to maybe discover new layers of truth within yourself. The rest of this meditation, I'm gonna guide you to go deeper, to be present and to feel that space that's been opening up inside of you. A little bit more truth opening up. And this will be very calming and relaxing. It won't require much of your investigation anymore. But before I do that, I also wanted to remind you that this is not a therapy or a coaching session. This is a video, and obviously it's not as powerful as working one-to-one, but I'm really hoping that you get something out of it for yourself. And whatever you got for yourself out of this is perfect this moment. It's the perfect thing that you got. Anything that appeared to you, any new possibilities that perhaps you haven't seen. Just welcome all of this, because this will guide you and this will really help you to feel liberating and peaceful. And so, it's the last part of this meditation. I am going to be simply softly telling you some words. Those are feelings, naming some feelings, since I can't see you, but if you hear something that resonates with you, I want to invite you to really feel that feeling and open up to it, allow it. Those will be all positive, nice feelings that will make you feel more relaxed and more connected to who you truly are, to your truth. If I name some feelings that don't resonate or are not true for you this moment, or that are not true for you this moment yet, just dismiss them, just skip them, just let them flow by or flow through you. You don't have to be taking them or allowing to feel them, just let them go by, okay? So look for the ones that feel in resonance, and as the gecko also confirms, that are in resonance with you, and hopefully you'll be opening up more and more to who you are. So perhaps I'm just going to see how I'm feeling and see if I can resonate with your feelings. I have more than 2 geckos. Okay, so relaxed, peaceful, open-minded, supported, gentle. Connected, hopeful, calm, listening, grounded. Present, empowered, clear-minded, with clarity of mind. Loving, warm, giving, authentic, joyful, safe, present, sharing, see how are you being if you didn't believe that what happened has any bad outcome for anyone, if the situation is just the way it is, and you can choose how to respond next, feeling connected, compassionate towards the other person or towards myself. Excited, understanding, beautiful, open-hearted, open-minded, patient, knowing that everything is happening in its divine order, and trusting the space of trust that it will always lead to some supportive outcome in the long run. Just being held by this trust, being patient, loving, understanding, compassionate, communicative, if you've been withholding, there's no fear anymore, just pure allowance, allowing, supportive even maybe. Powerful, knowing that you can handle whatever comes your way. Everything is happening for you, not to you. Every single thing is happening for you, for your own awakening to the parts of yourself that you are blind to, that people and circumstances come to you like angels, showing you all these parts that you are not willing to see for your own benefit in the long term. And therefore grateful, content, thankful. And with that, I thank you so much for watching, for really being able to go deep and explore what's behind your anger, and just love that you stayed all the way up here. I would love to hear what you thought, what was coming up for you in the comments. Once you feel inspired to, if you want, you can just keep relaxing or fall asleep in this present moment that you've generated, that you've came back to your true nature. So much gratitude to you for helping this world to be a more loving place, and I'll see you in my next video.